professional artist here in the Courthouse Gallery in Ennistymon, County Clare on the Atlantic coast in Ireland. Beautiful place. I live in Lahinch and I have a studio here in the courthouse, been based here for the last 2 to 3 years. Previously I was a bank manager and worked for 37 years in banking. Always had a huge interest in art and decided in 2006 to retire early and develop and devote my time to my love of painting. I was born in Dublin and my dad worked in a bank, so he was moved to Ennistymon in 1963, so we came down here and lived here. I went to the local school and I always seemed to get fairly good marks in drawing, so I had a kind of an inherent interest in painting. And I just love looking at colours and paints, and I admire scenery. I suppose just to mention the watercolour first, because I suppose that's where I started. That's just pigment, colours mixed with water. It's probably one of the most difficult areas. The oils then, you use white spirit and you've got rags and you have to clean the cloth. It takes a long time to dry, so the paint could take 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. But the beauty of the acrylics is, which I have here on the board, you put them out, you use them, and within about 10 minutes, within 5 minutes, they're actually dry. But you can develop the painting faster. Mm-hmm. And you can emphasize the color by going back in and, you know, if it's a bright area of the painting, going back over it with another coat of a strong white or a strong color. So I like painting outside, but I mean, the weather goes against you from time to time. It's too windy, it's too cold, it's the rain, it can be a disaster. So I take the benefit of bad weather coming in and working in my studio. It's quiet, it's peaceful, all my equipment is here. So I just put out some colours here, some ultramarine, burnt umber. I have a set way of putting it out on my palette. I go from the blues to the browns to the burnt siennas. At the moment I'm doing a series of work on Croke Park. I was invited up to Dublin, to Croke Park there last Sunday week for the All-Ireland hurling final, which was a fantastic experience. So now I'm busy trying to get on canvas the excitement of an All-Ireland hurling final.
On the 50-yard line, with his striker in low, half inside, blocked inside now by the full-back, Kieran Ginn, breaking inside now, out in comes out Dennis Borden moving across the ball.
There's the big stand at Croke Park. Try to get in my darks first. There was 82,000 people there and I painted during the game, and there was a great result from that. And on Friday night next I go to the Aviva Stadium in Ballsbridge, where Ireland play Russia in the European Championships, and I'll be painting there. So I'm working on a few paintings before I get there. So I just seem to think that sport and art is very much interconnected, and not many people are doing it, and I'd like to do it. I find it very rewarding. I find it occupies my time. I love coming to work. I feel this is coming to work for me. It's a different type of work. I feel I'm getting better as the years go on. The more I paint, the better I get. The horse fair in Ennistymon is held on the first week in April and the first week of November each year. But it's a magic day in the town, and all the people from the surrounding areas, from Newmarket and Fergus and Kilfenora, they come in with their ponies, horses, and all kinds of other animals, and they line up in the streets and they try and do business. This has been their life for years. It's dying out a little bit, but thankfully in Ennistymon it's held twice a year. But I suppose it's the colour and the people. And I do take photographs, I do some sketches. I suppose I do most of the work here in the courthouse in Ennistymon. But I try and get a lot of colour into it, and it was very successful this year. Yeah. I got quite a few commissions from it afterwards. A painting can take a few days. I would be regarded as a fast painter. I don't like to paint for too long. I like to try and get the impact fairly quickly. The Courthouse Gallery here in Ennistymon, they have given me great encouragement, and I had my own exhibition in July, which was, the theme was the Horse Fair exhibition. And I suppose, hopefully, I'm recording something for history, something in an artistic way that people hopefully will enjoy for many years to come. The art auction houses in Galway and Limerick, Dolan's Art Auction, 4 years ago they took one or two of my paintings. They've now sold over 40 paintings. My work is selling in De Vere's in Dublin, in White's in Dublin, and through local galleries, Kenny's in Lahinch, the Russell Gallery, New Quay, in Dublin as well, the Leinster Gallery. I've had my best 4 months ever. In 2010, I think it may have been because I got a position with the Cunard liner, where I travel around the world and I teach watercolour painting. And I went off in March to South Africa, and we travelled on Queen Mary II, which is the biggest ocean liner in the world.
We've had a fantastic time over the last few weeks here since Capetown. I have 25 people in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, all guests really enjoying the watercolour classes.
I've seen many of their works, and you really have got them going. I mean, there's some budding Picassos here in this class, I can tell you, credit to you. How did you get going yourself? Did you self-teach yourself?
I did, I suppose, when I was at school.
So my job was to teach watercolour painting every day, 26 people in the morning, 26 in the afternoon. And they looked after me like a lord. I travel again at the end of this month. I go to Venice, and I travel in the Queen Victoria around the Greek islands, traveling to Corfu, Kos, Croatia, Istanbul, Turkey, Santorini, and finishing in Rome on the 15th of November. So again, I'll be teaching on board. I came back to Clare, and I suppose it gave me an added confidence. Well, if I can teach it, I can produce it. But there's nothing like getting out to the Atlantic coast and painting the sea as it's crashing in against the rocks. And you get a great feel for what you're trying to express. I love painting in County Clare here. You've got the sea, I paint at Liscannor, Ballyvaughan, Clahane, Cliffs of Moher. I had an exhibition at the Cliffs. So I enjoy that, and the Burden College of Art has been a great place for me to go. I spend a few weeks there every summer in a workshop, and they awarded me with a residency there last May, 12 months, where I based myself at the college for 12 months. I think many of us are in jobs and positions and careers that we might have liked them when we were 22 years of age, but after 35, 37 years, something inside you says, maybe I've done enough of that, maybe I want to try something else. And you need to do it when you have energy, when you have determination, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And from my point of view, it's pure enjoyment. It occupies me, it challenges me. Every day you take out a new canvas, it's a challenge. You forget about what you did last year. It's a new day. So I don't think too far forward. I think new opportunities are coming all the time. My mother and father, who both encouraged me to paint, my immediate family, my 4 children, Sinead, Aisling, Orla and Daniel, they have given me great help and support, and indeed other members of the family, brothers and sisters, and Carmel indeed was a great support as well.